Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to use the pen tool. As you guys can see, I'm not using the pen tool right now, it's obviously not selected. This is the pen tool. I don't want to do anything with it right now. So this is just basically going to be the ending product. You're going to be able to put your face or whatever you have anywhere. And see if you hide it, it doesn't look too good or anything. Now this tutorial is basically covering CS5. Not the pen tool, but if you want to be able to do things like this and put your face behind stuff, things like that. Alright, so this is only the picture I'm using to go over it. Alright, so you're going to make sure that the pen tool is selected, like so. It's also P on the keyboard, make sure it's pen tool. And there are also free transform pen tools where you can select stuff like so, and then right click and then make a selection tool. You can make a selection like that, but I prefer not to do that. So, now another things you need to make sure are checked if you want a good pen tool form. Make sure pen tool select is make sure path selected, pen tool, and exclude overlapping path areas, which is the last selection on the far left, far right. Sorry. Now, once you've actually created, you got your pen tool all set up. Now, this is what I prefer to do. I prefer just to click around the selection, like so. Now it's easy and it's fast. That's why I prefer to do it that way. Now, a lot of people prefer to go around like so. Then on curve points, I'll just go around my finger for a second and curl up. Now, as you guys can see, we have this right here. What this is once I click, it's going to continue the curving. So we don't want that. We're going to hit Alt, then Alt click again, and then click your selection. It'll stop all that curving. It'll begin start a new path, basically, you could say. Alright. So what you need to do now, hold on, let me resituate my mouse. Alright. So you click to begin a path or an anchor point to prove that these are actually called anchor points. Let's right click on one and anchor point. Alright. Now you begin to select by clicking. And once you click, hold down and rotate up. And we'll pull down and it will rotate your selection up. And like I said, Alt click. Sometimes you have to click it twice for it to completely stop your curving. And then just go around your selection. Now this is good if you can't get a perfect selection to the quick pen tool, or the quick selection tool, sorry. But like I said, a basically shortcut to this is just to make your anchor points very small. Because you're basically just selecting them where you're clicking. And as you can see, it's bringing. Now I'm going away from the hair because the hair is misselected. Like as you guys can see, there's little parts in between it. This makes this much easier, not having to select that. I'm doing a very sloppy selection job. I'm doing that because I don't want to waste your guys' time. Because we still have more to this video. Alright, once you've made your selection, right click it and hit make selection. Now I like to feather the radius about 2 and hit OK. Now right click it, no sorry, Control C, and then bring it to your old layer, well, your background image. And I'm trying to get rid of all this. Delete these. You know, I'm trying to get a new layer. And so I'll be right back. So I'm using this image right here, right click it, and copy image. Now, for some reason, music plays. I was going to use a Travie McCoy background for this video, but decided not to. Alright, so here's our background. I prefer to remove the original background, and you don't really need it. And I'm trying to name this default layer. Alright, and now if I hit Control V, Control Z, and I go and find the layer with this, and Control C, and then Control V. Now we have our original layer. As you can see, the face is fully selected on the left side. Now we're going to hit our eraser tool. What the eraser tool is going to do is actually let us remove this from the background. This poor selection. Now I'm actually getting running low on time, about 6 minutes and 45 seconds, so if I hit Control T, that's actually going to pop up this pre-transform layer. Now I want, before I do anything, to move this out of the way. Now to do that, hit the little eyeball right there, that removes it completely. Now actually make your selection. I'm going to use a quick selection tool for this. I don't really have time, sorry. I don't really have time to do this in good depth. Alright, so your selection, or deselect. Hold down Alt and drag to deselect your selection. Control plus will allow you to zoom in, and then a bracket down, or the right bracket will allow you to zoom in, will make your brush size bigger, and the left bracket will allow you to make it smaller. Alright, so now once you've made your selection, right click and hit layer via copy. You're going to want this layer above your layer with your face. So that way later you can actually, you can put this under her. That sounded wrong. Alright, so now once you have this layer, we're going to go here and control click on this layer. What that's going to allow you to do is basically layer 2, if you guys can see that, and control click on that. So hold control or command if you're on a Mac and click that. Alright, now shift F5 will bring up this option. Now usually it'll be under color. You're going to want to switch that to content aware, which is only on Photoshop CS5, which is why this tutorial is basically covering Photoshop CS5. Then hit OK. Once you do that, Photoshop will recognize and try to get as good as it can to the original background behind her. Now if I uncheck this, Photoshop did not do a very good job, as you guys can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this. Now I did a little bit better job this time. Basically what I did is when I had the selection selected, I went to select, modify, expand, and then I expanded it about 1 pixel. Now what I can do is I can go to our layer and Control T. Now I'm just going to make this layer as good as I possibly can, rotate it onto the screen. Now once I get this looks like, and now once I've done this, I'm going to crop the size down to the screen size. And hit enter. Now once I've done this, obviously it's not good because I'm not trying to do a brush job. As you guys can see, there we go. Now what you want to do is hit this little eraser tool and erase around here where you made your mistakes. And if that's not working, it's because I forgot to select this layer. Now I could go further in depth, but I am out of time. So thanks for watching.